Recovery is a process of decisions podcast. This podcast is a weekly revealing of the recovery journey of peer support specialist Trent Thomas. Join him on his internal research-driven dive into what to and what not to do in sustaining recovery. His weekly episodes demonstrate that you are not alone, and what we can't do alone, we can do together. This life is hills and valleys, but we were built for struggle. These weekly episodes are a journey into his life lessons as he fulfills his daily mandate to help someone other than himself. Welcome. The Recovery is a Process of Decisions podcast. Welcome to the Recovery is a Process of Decisions podcast. This is Trent Thomas, your recovery peer support specialist. This week's episode is entitled, My Recovery Depends on Me Knowing the Woman. Life is a summation of knowing and not knowing. There remains a definite need to be in constant learn mode. To seek new information is mandatory to live successfully. The consequence for not knowing is to fail due to ignorance. To trip and fall because you did not open your eyes is the number one preventable exercise for avoiding calamity. As children, we must learn in order to function in society. How to eat, what to speak, how to speak, and when to speak are all lessons for life that are necessary to function in our community. This is even more true as we grow older. The life lessons we must learn and retain include our life failures. As we learn just as much, if we not more, from our failures as we do from our successes. We learn to not touch the hot stove by touching the hot stove. This fact of life translates into our emotional mindset and relationship guidelines. We learn what to and what not to do from expressing our learned concepts. To get the desired results, we learn from the words, tone, and measure of our words. Words have tremendous power. Words have changed the world. We have learned the power of words from great orators such as Martin Luther King and the I Have a Dream speech, as well as Barack Obama's words of, yes, we can. History is filled with words written and spoken that have shaped and changed the world. We are all familiar with the words, all men are created equal. These words have conquered nations and shaped entire civilizations. The words we use, as well as when and how we use them, can save a relationship or destroy it. Words spoken in anger often get a measure of response congruent to the heat associated with its delivery. These words often lack the thought needed to make a successful conversation, much less a successful relationship. For me, my relationships failed due to a lack of knowledge. Not knowing enough about the woman as a species doomed all my relationships before they even started. My lack of intuitive inside knowledge of what makes a woman placed my approach to the relationship in a position of failing from the start. My naive understanding of the properties that made a woman genetically superior to me in many respects put me in a misalignment of how to have success in a relationship. My first misconception was that a relationship could fail. I entered each new relationship with a misconception that a relationship existed under my direction and success or failure was foreign to me. I simply set forth directions and assertions based upon what I wanted and needed from the woman. What she wanted and needed from me was immaterial, as this was not even a consideration. All my relationships were doomed to fail. The concept of equal partnership with distinct and different criteria for needs and wants was totally absent from all discussions. With no goals or common dreams, how could success even be imagined? Women were all put as an item of possession, not something I integrated with, not someone I nurtured and engaged with, not someone I extracted feelings and empathy, not someone I poured into for direction and counsel. My plan for the family was single focus and absent from input from anyone but me. Failure was inevitable for a blind driver on the highway of interpersonal relationships. My lack of knowledge propelled me off the cliff of constant and successive failures. Gone was the lessons of learning from an equal partner. Equal not in composition, but in value to the relationship. In any interpersonal relationship, there are strengths and weaknesses from each member in the relationship. So equality is not measured in the gifts we get from God, but rather in each person's value to the relationship. In this analogy, it is a 50-50 concept of value to the relationship as a composite. No one person's value is greater than the others in input and steering of the relationship vehicle. In the car symbolism, both parties input 50% of the fuel that drives the car. One may steer while the other provides directions. Each will take turns providing driving in this long road trip we call life. In recovery, I have learned the true value of the woman, the true value of her inner components, that which makes the female truly special and unique. I have learned her true beauty, both on the outside, which I crave and desire, as well as her inner beauty, which I value and need. Her inner beauty includes her innate ability to process life with her emotional engine. This inner processing I cannot do, and I'm only scratching the surface of understanding. Her emotional well is so deep, I could spend a lifetime trying to comprehend and still not fully understand her. This quality is a design merit of the woman. In fact, it is a gift to men from God. The woman remains our complete and counterintuitive counterpart. She provides complete balance. She is the ying to our yang, and together we are complete. I have learned to respect her input and truly value her concept of every problem, every situation. Her perspective on life is a refreshing counterweight to my analytical prowess. The woman allows me to be a man. I can approach every problem with the mindset of manhood as long as I run it through the filter that is woman. Her emotional engine countersends my informational, analytical, facts first approach with her empathetical, feelings first mindset. This counterbalance perfects my decisions and makes us better as a team. Our team approach to life makes life worth living. I now find true happiness in making plans for our future because I have support and emotional balance, which I lack yet urgently need. I live life in true, beautiful technicolor and vibrant wavelengths of beautiful, colorful light. With a woman by my side, I have found God-given happiness and true serenity. Serenity bathed in balance and in sync with the harmony of life. My recovery becomes complete in the addition of a woman. A woman I have invited into sharing my thoughts and existence. Her addition has brought me true inner peace and superior balance. A life of serenity. Serenity where I know everything is already all right. The knowledge I have learned and continue to learn each and every day sparks my resolution to just do better. This constant striving supports my sustained recovery, a recovery I have found peace in by studying and knowing the woman in my life. This is Trent Thomas on another episode of Recovery is a Process of Decisions podcast. You can now subscribe to this podcast and receive special in-depth episodes for subscribers only, as well as a private personal email account to communicate directly with me for comments and show suggestions. In addition, I'll be doing podcast shout-outs to all those subscribers who request shout-outs. As always, your inspiring comments can be left at transnetrecover.com/podcast. Please feel free to follow me on Facebook and Instagram, #TransNetRecover. Thank you and have a blessed day.